baby, I'm
Live
not
from
sure
America's News
how many
headquarters, I'm Eric Walker with the latest developments.
Yeah.
The kid that had to run to the front of the store with a windbase. I've lost jobs that I wanted, including one that came with a pretty nice house in 1600 Pennsylvania.
White party.
And by the way, I've often been paid a whole lot less than what I thought I was worth. And sometimes I've been paid more than I deserve, but still less than I would have wanted. A couple of times in my life, I've had jobs that ended, and I had no idea what I was going to do to pay my bills or feed my family. But I found something to do. Is the creating of opportunities so people can work. A job is not just how we put bread on our table. It's how we put life and hope into our soul.
The target, you look at my target.
Every investor
We have orange,
7227 for prospectus contain this information. Read it carefully. Harnessing the power of the peanut is about accepting gifts that nature gives us. I'm sitting on 6 essential nutrients up here. And protein. Those are just facts. This ain't facts on the face right now. But you gotta eat the peanut and pick up what I'm laying down. Put it in your seeds. Oh, look, a gift from nature. It tastes good. Oh, you like that? Let's get wholesome up in here. These days, a small business can save by sharing, like carpools. Polly wants to know if you can take her out.
Yeah, can I grab
Office space.
We're loving this community meeting. That was great.
The best thing to share, a data plan. AT&T Mobile Share for Business. 1 bucket of data for talk and text and smartphones. Now, everyone's in the spirit of sharing.
In the case, the Assad regime killed more than 1,000 of its own people with chemical weapons. The president says the deaths should not go unpunished. But
While I believe I have the authority to carry out this military action without specific congressional authorization, I know that the country will be stronger if we take this course, and our actions will be even more effective. We have a president who does what he says that he will do.
U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry joins us to discuss the president's decision to delay action in Syria more than a week. Then we'll talk with 2 leaders of the Senate Armed Services Committee, Democrat Jack Reed and Republican James Inhofe, and New York Congressman Peter King, who says the president is abdicating his responsibility as commander-in-chief. Plus, retired 4-star General Jack Dean and former Senator Joe Lieberman join our Sunday panel with their take on President Obama's decision to put Syria on hold. All right now on Fox News Sunday.
And hello again from Fox News in Washington. President Obama shocked Washington and the world Saturday, announcing he will seek congressional approval for the use of military force against Syria. This just a day after Secretary of State John Kerry said U.S. intelligence proves the Assad regime used chemical weapons and seemed to argue for a quick response. We'll talk with Secretary Kerry in a moment, but first we have Fox team coverage. Leland Bitter from our Mideast Bureau, and from both ends of Pennsylvania Avenue, Mike Emanuel on Capitol Hill, and Ed Henry from the latest on President Obama's stunning turnaround. Ed.
Good morning, Chris. Just minutes ago, a top Syrian official charging President Obama showed hesitation and confusion, all stemming from Friday. The president making 2 dramatic decisions. Time to step on the pedal, go into Syria, and then wait. Let's slam on the brakes. First, top aides say he decided early Friday the U.S. should move office. The president had a 2-hour meeting with the senior staff. I'm told there was some real division in there because aides were concerned he could lose this vote. Wholesale Americans opposed U.S. intervention in Syria right now. If he wins it, he could also use a lot of political capital doing that. Kerry and other members of the cabinet only found out about the phone calls from the president later in the night, though officials insist they all came together Saturday morning in the Situation Room. Then the president came out in the Rose Garden and put the note. He indicated even if Congress votes this down, he had the executive power to launch military action, or that might be weeks.
The president's plan will do on Capitol Hill. From Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel.
Chris, good morning. Senate Foreign Relations Chair Bob Menendez has scheduled a hearing on the use of force for Tuesday. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid says military action in Syria is justified and warranted, and says the Senate will vote on the resolution no later than the week of September 9th. House Intelligence Chairman Mike Rogers says U.S. credibility is on the line after the Syrian regime used chemical weapons on its own people. Rogers says lawmakers must consider what message of failure to act will send to enemies and allies around the world. A key Republican senator says he has an open mind about the use of force in Syria, but isn't sold on the administration's argument so far.
They have suggested that the U.S. military should be employed to vindicate so-called international law. In my view, U.S. military force is justified only to protect the vital national security.
Senator Saxby Chambliss, the top Republican on the Senate Intelligence Committee, says leadership is about reacting to a crisis and quickly making the tough decision, making the case with lawmakers for military action in Syria.
Mike, thank you. Joining us now to discuss the President's stunning turnaround on Syria is Secretary of State John Kerry. This is Secretary of Welcome Back on Sunday. Actually, great to be with you, sir. Mr. Secretary, you made the case for military action in the strongest possible terms on Friday. If the situation is so dire, if Bashar al-Assad is such a fraud, why is the President waiting until Congress comes back 9 days from now to debate this? Why not call them into session tomorrow and begin this debate and get approval to act?
Well, Chris, the case hasn't changed. The case hasn't changed at all. The rationale for the military response, the President's positive was signatures of Sarah. So this case is going to build stronger and stronger, and the President believes that the United States of America, for a decision like this, is stronger when you have the time to be able to have the support of the United States Congress and obviously the support of the American people for that. So I think that America is stronger here. That's the President's belief. I think people should be celebrating that the President is in fact not moving unilaterally, that he's honoring the request that he heard from many people in Congress to consult and to be engaged with them. And I think realizing that the Assad regime is already on the defensive. They are being significantly impacted by potential strikes. We do not lose anything, we actually gain. And what we gain is the legitimacy of the full permanent response of the Congress of the United States and the President acting together after our democratic process has worked properly.
But Mr. Secretary, this isn't CSI. This isn't a civics lesson. People's lives are at stake, as I wanted to tell you, on the ground in Syria. In your remarks on Friday, you said that this matters. It matters beyond the borders of Syria.
It is about whether Iran, which itself has been a victim of chemical weapons attacks, will now feel involved in the absence of action to obtain nuclear weapons. It is about Hezbollah and North Korea.
Mr. Secretary, what message are we sending to Iran and Hezbollah and North Korea where the President announces he thinks we should take military action, but he's going to wait 9 days for Congress to come back before he takes any action, and then he goes off and fights around the town? What message does that send to the rebels on the ground whose lives are in danger and to our enemies worldwide?
I think actually North Korea and Iran ought to take note that the United States of America has the confidence in its democratic process to be able to ask all of the American people to join in an action that could have profound implications with respect to Iran. The fact is that if we act, and if we act in concert, then Iran will know that this nation is capable of speaking with one voice on something like this, and that has serious, profound